Okay, so let's do the outlining again, just like before. And so you're gonna go all the way around, and then we'll do the filling in together. Okay, and then all the way back, doing that double line to really give it depth. Okay, so you've done both outlines. So you're gonna go back to that little middle spot in the stem. See how there's right in the middle? We're gonna go around. So see that little connection, follow those lines. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then back up. And if you want to, like before, you can do the same thing to give it more depth. If not, that's okay. Just ignore what I'm saying then, and then go back down. And so that one's kind of confusing. So it's 1, 2, 3, and then I went over. So the stem's right here and go over. If you do it to over here, that's fine. I just don't think it'll do as round, and I like it to be more round. Okay, and then back down again. You might need to press it because it's getting pretty full up there. Press it down and go down. So from that spot, you go 1, 2, over, and then back up. Whoa, I messed up right there, so I have to go back down because I fell off. Sometimes string falls off because that's just kind of the name of the game when you're using such little nails. So you go up and then back down, and since those are only nails left, it's kind of easy to figure out what goes right there. And then all the way down to this one. So there's one below it, and then go back up. Okay, so I'm gonna go back over it one more time because I want it to get that depth. And then that pumpkin is done. And one more pumpkin to go, which the nice thing about that one is most of that outline is already done, so you already know where you're going. Okay, so you got up to the top, go over 1, 2, tie the knot. I like to do over 2 fingers and then put this hole, or the string through the hole, and then put it right through. There you go. Tie the knot again. 3rd time's the charm. Trim it. And the final color. So the final color is your orange of the pumpkins. Don't forget the stems. Orange, mine is close. It's more of a gold color. Okay. So the same thing on this. I'm going to start down here. Doesn't really matter where you start as long as you do the outline. So let's get the outline in. So the thing you'll have to pay attention to is to not go into the stem when you're doing it. So when you're going around, you also might have to push the string down a little bit because the string is already on, and since you're trying to fill it. Okay, right here, I go down 1, and then over here. Whoops. See, now you can see that's going to be a stem right there. So down, up, and then back over just like before, following the outline. Okay, once the outline's in, you know what to do. Fill it in to what you feel is best, and then we'll do the other parts. Let's get started. Okay, nice and simple outlining. Again, going one way and then back the other. And then we'll work on doing all the rounds. Now, because I started here, I'll have to go over it a little bit extra of outlining to go back to the middle, like what we've done previously. So if you're like me, you might have a little extra step, but that's not a big deal. It's really just more outlining. It's nice and easy. Okay, see, I made it back, but because, whoa, I need to go back here. Because I started right here, I'm going to have to do the whole thing. Just kidding, it's only like 4 extra parts. And then back to this little middle of the stem so we can do this. Okay, so this one's a little bit different. I'm going to make it round by going right here over to the edge of the stem. And I am going to follow the roundness of the edge right here. So there's just 1, 2, 3, 4, and then back up and back down if you want to, because it's optional and I've said it 4 times. And so I'm gonna do it again. Okay, and back to the middle for this one. Okay, go down 1, 2, 3, back up, and back down if you want, and back up and down. Look, you guys, you guys are pros. You're gonna start doing string art like me and be able to do all the seasons. I am doing seasonals from now on. I try to get them out for every season, but unfortunately I don't always. Keep going though. And so I will have one out for Christmas for sure. I'm hoping to do Thanksgiving, but we will see if that is possible. Story of my life. Kids get us busy, right? Okay, I am actually going back to this one because I forgot to go down and up an extra time. So if you're following along exactly, go back down and back up one more time. It's because I didn't tell you guys that weird voice of mine to go back up and down. So back up and down again. Just have to repeat myself for myself, huh? Okay, so see how there's this little extra one right here? That's not a big deal. Okay, get that roundness right there too. Okay, and I am going to finish right here on the edge. And I'm gonna cut it off with my scissors that my husband was stealing from me. Rude, just kidding. He's packaging at the same time as me. Okay, tie it off. 1, 2, 3 times. 3 times the what? The charm. Okay. Let's do the last part, which we both have the same, the stem. Okay, for the stem, pretty simple. We're gonna do the same thing we did before. Whoops. We are going to outline and then fill in. And the outline's pretty simple because it's just the stem in every single spot. And those are really the last nails left, so it's pretty easy. Just put it on in, outlined one way, build in, and then outline one way, and then fill it back. Ugh, I can't even talk. Anyway, you do outline one way and then do the other way. You'll be outlining too. You know, these videos are good and all, but when I mess up my words, you have to bear with me because I am not going to repeat it. Because once you're starting doing stringing, there just ain't stopping. No redos over here, so bear with my messed up words and all. Okay, so nice and simple, go around one way, And what I was trying to say before is go back the opposite way, just like you did with the pumpkins, and then tie it off. Okay, and then do 1, 2, 3 knots on this one, and then do the next, and then the next. And guess what? You're done. That's all it'll be. When it's done, you'll get to set it up, send me a picture, because you know I would love to see it. And then I will share on my story if you give me permission. And I really hope you do, because I really love seeing them. And just tag me. Okay, almost last one, second to last one. Okay, here we go. Do the same thing, outline, fill in, however much you need or want. Stems are the nice and easy part. I made you do the hard part first so that you knew you could do it all. Okay, go around and then back. Okay, cut it, tie it 3 times a charm, and then guess what? Your last one. Was that as hard as you thought, or was it easier? What do you guys think? I'm kind of curious, because when I started, you know, I was in high school, and it was, I mean, I did it with push pins for my first one, for Pete's sakes. But after that, I started doing them more and more, you know, doing little countries, things like that for my family. Started doing temples. And now I feel like I can do anything in my own way. And I think you guys could too. Okay, outlining, fill in. This one is gonna be a little bit tougher. You might have to push down a few strings because it's so filled in. I bet you guys did it a lot. I bet you filled it in a lot. If you didn't, that's okay. Almost done. You're gonna put it up for all of the holidays, because I feel like you're allowed to do holidays. The Halloween, you're allowed to put it up for Thanksgiving. Really, for fall, everything is just perfect, huh? Okay, last part, I'm going around one last time. Okay, tie it down really good. It's gonna be the hardest knot because it's your last. I swear it's the one I mess up on every time, because I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm done. And I forget to do it real good. All right, last knot. Okay guys, your pumpkins are done. They're done. Tag me on Kaylee Design. Show it off. Can't wait to see it, guys. Thank you for doing this do-it-yourself with me.